I want to hear more about your comedy career. So you are born and raised here?
Yes, yeah, Woodbury, Minnesota, yeah.
Did you do this in high school and then?
No, I did not. I didn't even really know what stand-up was. I mean, I knew it existed, but I wasn't really into it till I was like 20 or 21 probably, because Madison, I went to college at University of Wisconsin in Madison.
Yeah.
And they have a great comedy club there called Comedy on Stage. There was an open mic night every Wednesday at the Madison Club. And there'd be like, I think it was like $1 for students or something. It was a crazy deal. And like $2 beers. So me and my friends would go there like every week and just get hammered and watch comedy. We probably went like every week for a year. I really never watched like stand-up specials. I just watched this open mic night. I wasn't like a Richard Pryor, George Carlin, Steve Martin, Eddie Murphy. I didn't really give a shit about that. I had this Saudi Arabian friend who like didn't speak English. It wasn't like his first language, and he really wanted to do stand-up, but he didn't speak English well enough to do it. So he was like convinced me to do it like almost for him. Not like I wanted to do it too, but like he definitely wanted me to do it a little for him, and we would like write jokes together for like a year probably before I finally got up.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it was a fun time. And then I finally got up right before I graduated. It was like 2 months before I graduated. I really had a great first set. I really crushed. And after that, it didn't go great for a while, but I had one great first set. There was like 200 people at my first show. It was crazy. Yeah, it was awesome. Shit. Yeah, it was amazing.
You posted a clip a while back. It was the one with the books.
Oh,
you look super young.
Yeah.
The charity's called Read a Fucking Book, America! In order to get people to read, I go around spoiling the endings to popular novels. Here's my pitch. Anna Karenina, she gets run over by a train at the end. Read a fucking book, America! Moby Dick, they don't get the whale. Everyone on the ship dies. Read a goddamn book! Ayn Rand, terrible author. Read other books, America! You guys want to know how Game of Thrones ends? I have so much power right now. This is how I masturbate.
That was maybe like a year or so, and 2 years into comedy, but I had the same. Now my comedies, I'm very like maybe like confident and loud and like I'm moving around. But back then I just kind of stood there and just kind of dad talked like this, and I did like very like monotone, like I'm a virgin, like self-deprecation stuff, which it was funny, but it's totally different than what I do now.
Yeah.
So I did like prop comedy. I did like.
Comedy.
I would bring a stack of books on stage.
Okay.
I'd have props and I'd like use the books as props. I would read from the Bible, and I had like I had this like
that just goes so south.
It was so weird.
So how did you hone in like to you were saying you were very like timid and like had more around like I'm a virgin, and now you're like I wouldn't say you're aggressive on stage, but you're definitely just a little bit more like, hey, this is who I am, and I'm gonna be like edgy. And how did you get there? Like, I'm
very confident now. I mean, I did finally have sex. That helped. That was good. I got that come out.
Yeah.
I started masturbating. That was good too. I was just a vibrating little mound of cum on stage when I was 23. I was like, oh please, someone suck me off. Like the first, I think I lost my virginity like 2 years into comedy. So yeah, it took a little bit, but that did help, honestly. You know what actually was? It's like when people tell me not to do something, that's when I do something. Like people knew me as the prop guy. They were like, oh, Jeff's the Bible guy. He's the prop guy. He's like the nervous. I was like known for that. And it was like a good thing, but I was like, I want to do something else now. So I like consciously decided to do a totally different type of comedy, like do like more like political. I kind of wanted to do like kind of what Bill Burr is doing. Like he's definitely one of my heroes. It didn't go well. There was like, I remember a year where I really did not do well, like trying this new style of comedy, but it is just, you do your reps and you figure it out. I would try to do as many sets as I can. I was the guy I'm doing two or three sets on 2 or 3. Yeah, definitely. I was doing like my 2 or 3 sets a night in Chicago when other people were only doing one. And there were a lot of people who were funnier than me, and I think were more naturally funny than me, but I put in the work and I got funnier than them.
That's sick.
I think there is a lot to be said. Natural talent does matter, but in the end, I think working hard is the real game changer. I would say.
And coming.
And coming.
Shout
out the X Factor is coming. Yes. Coming regularly is nice. Blowjobs are good. They will help your life.
Shout out sex.
Shout out sex. It's good. Sex is goated. We love it. Yes.